Welcome back to Frontline News. I'm Sasha Lee Hamilton. It's now time for Frontline Business. Credit rating agency Moody's says Jamaica's large primary surplus and net international reserves provide the government with ample buffers to limit the negative effects of travel restrictions on the local tourism industry amid the COVID-19 outbreak. In a release Thursday, Moody's noted that the travel restrictions will exacerbate the slowdown in tourism and the economy. However, the agency said compared with the other Caribbean islands, Jamaica's vulnerability to a fallout in the tourism sector is moderate. Managing Director of A. Peart Advisory Services, Alison Peart, is calling for telecommunication companies to consider offering zero-rated services to help connect people and businesses virtually during the COVID-19 pandemic. She was speaking on the latest edition of The Exchange, a financial gleaner and Jnn Business Forum.
Perhaps now is the time to have some free internet across the island so that our businesses and our schools and our kids from home, maybe now is the time to look at how we give some credit towards that and getting much more internet coverage. And for the capital markets, perhaps now is the time to look at companies that are doing innovation and R&D in terms of how to work smarter, more efficiently. So Richard was right. It's a time for opportunity. A lot of companies are looking to list. I do know people are like, oh my goodness, no, it's not the time. But I think it's a time for people to start to look to see how they improve and become better companies.
The equities market is being urged not to panic as stock prices fall sharply amid mounting fears about the economic impact of the coronavirus. The market has declined by 14% since the first case of the virus was detected in Jamaica last Tuesday. Managing Director of the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Marlene Street Forrest, remains optimistic about the equities market. Mrs. Street Forrest said the market remains a viable option for long-term investing.
The fact is that companies will be responding to any fallout. We have had for the last 5 or more years a market that has gone up, and it has gone up on the basis of fundamentals, how companies are performing. And that should still be the basis on which one analyzes whether to stay in a company or not. There are opportunities for the investors who want to invest for the long term. So there is positive, there's negative. But in it all, the fact is that investors who want to invest in the long run, it is a market for it now.
In Friday's trading session, the JSE Combined Index declined by just over 7,000 points to under 400,000 units. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 74 stocks, of which 34 advanced, 35 declined, and 5 traded firm. The junior market index advanced by 31 points to close at over 2,000 units. Stocks advanced for 138 Student Living, Blue Power Group, Caribbean Producers, Elite Diagnostic, and Epley Caribbean Property Fund. Stocks declined for AMG Packaging and Paper, Barita Investments, Berger Paints, CAC 2000, and Caribbean Assurance Brokers. Trading firm were 1834 Investments, Siboney Group, iCreate Limited, Ordinary Shares, Salada Foods, and the Limnas and Bards Limited. Wigton Wind Farm Limited Ordinary Shares was the volume leader with 16.9 million units, followed by Sagicor Select Funds Limited Financial with 7.1 million units, and Sagicor Select Funds Limited Manufacturing and Distribution with 4.3 million units. And now for the foreign exchange. Oil dropped 11% on Friday, giving back early gains, even as the world's richest nations poured unprecedented aid into the global economy to stop a coronavirus-driven recession, and U.S. Brent crude was down $2.79 to trade at $22.43 per barrel. West Texas Intermediate WTI crude gained 23.8% or $4.85 to settle at $25.22 per barrel. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Sasha Lee Hamilton. Pleasant viewing.